Hi, I'm Emma. I'm going to show you how to do stretches when you finished your run, so cool down stretches. If you were heading out for a run, normally I would recommend, or what I do, is that if I was going for a longer run, I'd start really slow. So I'd trot maybe 500, 750 meters until I'd warmed up, and then I'd pick the pace up. Or if I was going to go faster, or say you're doing a 5K, shorter distances, more speed, then I would do dynamic warm-ups, which will be roughly something like hamstrings, so Frankenstein's, this kind of thing, and walking lunges, so you can go into the hip flexors, you can go backwards as well. I would do heel kicks, high knees, swinging arms, etc., and even hip circles both ways with legs, that kind of thing. So, but for the after your run, these are what I suggest. So firstly, and this I think is just the best stretch, is wall dog. So down dog is a bit harder. It's essentially the same thing, but it's changing the angle of down dog. And down dog, obviously, if you've been running, you put your head down, all that blood that's going to rush to your head. So we do wall dog. So find something, a railing, a tree, whatever, press into. Take your feet behind your hips, push the wall away, and then turn your tailbone up so you can really feel into the backs of the legs. Drive your heels into the floor. You can even lift your toes. Keep your ears between your arms so your neck is neutral. Drawing those armpits down towards the mat, round, and then walking in to release. So each of these, I'd say 20, 30 seconds to hold, but that one it just feels great because you can get spinal compression. You've been running a lot, so it's just helping to get that space between the vertebrae. Okay, then quads. So quad stretch, have the standing leg, micro bend in the standing leg so you're not snapping through the back of the knee, and then try and have the knees or thighs roughly parallel so you're not this kind of thing. Draw the heel in and bend the elbows. So elbows soft, draw the heel in, gentle press of the glutes, press the hips forward. So you're feeling into the front of the thigh. And then you can intensify it by straightening your arm, push the foot away. So it's the action that if you were to let go, your foot would ping to the floor. So it's just intensifies the stretch in the hip flexors. And release, and obviously other side. Pushing the foot away. Resisting with your arms so you get this opening of the shoulder as well. And release. Then we do calves. So again, you can do this standing, or without leaning on anything, but you get much better if you've got something to press into. So the supporting leg is bent, and then take the leg you're going to stretch. You take the leg, so the feet are pointing in the same direction, and then press through the heels, squeeze the kneecaps, so straight leg, and then push the wall away. So you can really feel like you're pushing down through that heel. So this is stretching the higher bit of the calf, that bit, gastrocnemius, and then other side. And how far it goes back just depends on your calf flexibility. So you might need to have a little bit more. You have the feet a bit closer together, but. And then to do the bottom part of the calf, I bring the feet a bit closer together and then bend both knees. And sometimes it's difficult to feel that. If that's the case, that doesn't work so well for you, then, and this is better with shoes on, this one, is to have the ball of the foot and the toe, or the toes up against a wall and then lean in. Don't just lean your chest forward, press your hips forward, and then straight leg, lean forward. You'll get the lower part of the calf, and then we'll see other side. Then we're going to, you might want to hold on to something, figure 4, so this is the hips. So sitting down, bend your knees, bring one ankle across the opposite knee, flex the foot, because that activates the lower leg muscles, keeps the knee a bit safer, sit down. And then you want to stick your bottom out a little, so intensifying the raised leg, it's being that hip, the stretch. You can even press the thigh away, you can draw yourself, lean in, so chest towards the shin, deepening the stretch in that outer hip. And then the other side, and you might find your hips are a little bit stiff, inflexible. You might not even be able to get the foot, the ankle all the way across. If it's too awkward in this position, you just feel like it's hurting the ankle. This version you can do when you come inside. So it's thread the needle, same thing. Cross one ankle over, put the arms to the back of the opposite thigh, flex the raised foot, and then draw the thigh towards you. You can even use the opposite elbow to push the thigh away. So that's the same as figure 4, but if you've got tight hips, that might be a little bit easier. And then we've got hamstrings, so we do pyramid. So I'm facing the wall, and I'm going to take my left foot back. So my right foot toes facing the wall, feet hip distance apart, and my left foot slightly behind my right, and I'm going to turn the toes out 45-degree angle. Then level the hips to the front, so to the wall, lift up through your kneecaps, and then we're going to hinge forward. So as you come forward with a flat back, you can be holding onto the wall or the tree. You want to press down through the base of the big toe in that front foot, and the left hip is going to want to swing back, so keep the hips level, keep that slight internal rotation of the left thigh, and you'll really feel that in the front leg. And then slowly come up, other side, separate the feet, back toes slightly pointed out, and then hinging. So that means you're turning the tailbone up, straight legs, draw up through the kneecaps. Keep those hips level. And if it feels really good, you can even fold, or you might have a lower log or something to listen to, or fingertips to the ground, curling inwards. But you're going for the back of the thigh and the side of the thigh. So this is an iliotibial band stretch, which is that bit connective tissue to the outside of the knee and the hip. And then last one is, if you want an additional one to wall dog, is to do side body stretch, feet separated, and then you're going to take one hand takes the opposite wrist, draw up through your kneecaps, draw the navel to spine, and then lean over to the side and let that hip press out. So you've got nice long stretch up through the side body. And then back to center, change the grip to the other hand, lift up and lean over. So you're trying to stack the shoulders and not roll forward, side body stretch. There we go. That's for post run.